Mahindra & Mahindra recently launched the new generation of the popular SUV, the Scorpio, in the market. It's called the Scorpio N. The car has come with a host of big changes and it's technically a brand new car in almost every aspect, but the company also said that they will continue selling the older generation of the Scorpio and rename it as a Scorpio Classic. That car is now with us. It also gets some significant changes. So today in this video we're telling you how close is this car to the Scorpio N and how close it is to the older generation of the Scorpio. Well, some of the most significant changes on the new Scorpio Classic I have seen on the exterior and especially on the face of the car. So the face is completely new. Everything, all the important elements have changed on the face of the car, starting with this new Twin Peaks logo. We've seen this on the Scorpio N and the XUV 700. Now it finds a place on the Scorpio Classic as well. Vertical slats on the grille, a signature trait of Mahindra SUVs, but yes, redesigned, so looks nice, this grille. Redesigned headlamps as well, new look on them, and that's the case with the DRLs as well as fog lamps down below. So overall, a new face of the Scorpio Classic. In all, you get 5 color options on this new SUV, but only one. This one, called Galaxy Grey, is a new option. Rest are all continued from the earlier model of the car. Then you come on the profile. 17-inch alloys redesigned, look nice. New dual tone cladding as well on the profile gives the car a more premium look. Then some signature traits that are always there with the Scorpio. A side step, big roof rails. It always works with the consumer. Mahindra continues with that on this SUV as well. Then you come towards the rear of this car, and a new highlight are these, the Tower signature LED tail lamps. We saw them on the car more than a decade ago. Now they make a comeback on the Classic to give you that old world feel of the SUV. And yes, you also get this classic badging here on the rear door. Inside the cabin of the new Scorpio Classic, and you see some substantial differences when you compare this car to the current car that is being sold in the market, the Scorpio. The big difference is that it's got a new touchscreen, quite clear in terms of how it looks and responsive as well, gives you basic features. And you also have a new dual tone combination in the cabin. So in the current Scorpio that is sold in the market, you get a black and blue theme on the seats along with beige on the dash. Here it's predominantly beige and then a little bit of black is used on the dash. The steering wheel gets leatherette and controls. However, most of these features that I've spoken about will only be found on this higher S11 variant of the car. You get an instrument console that's a mix of digital and analog with a small MID display in the center to give you vital information. You have the center armrest, you get height adjustable driver's seat. So yes, you know, going with the name of the car, the Scorpio Classic, it does remind you of the car that was sold previously, but yes, it also gets some new age features, although still a big difference when you compare it to the Scorpio N, which gets a lot more features in the cabin. So as is the case with the current Scorpio, a lot of seating options on the second row and third row of the Classic as well. Let's begin with the second row. You get an option of either a bench seat for 3 passengers or these captain seats for 2 passengers. Ample space here in this captain seat version of the car, so I have good knee room, I have good headroom as well. Of course, great shoulder room. Ergonomically, it remains the same mostly. So you have a mobile phone holder on the door. They've added a phone holder here on the back of the front seat, so that's nice. The AC vent design, the cup holders, they all remain the same. And yes, as is the case with other cars as well from Mahindra, the second row seats do not slide, so you cannot make more space for the third row. So this is the bench seat option on the second row of the new Scorpio Classic. It's a good big seat. 3 people can sit here in good comfort. I like the space here. And the best part is that this is a big seat, so the under thigh support is really nice here on the second row. 3 passengers can sit here, but only 2 of them get adjustable headrests and 3-point seat belts. The middle passenger gets a lap belt, and if a middle passenger is not sitting here, then you can of course use the center armrest. Many seating options here on the third row of the Scorpio Classic. You get a front-facing bench seat on which I'm sitting right now, or you also have the option of side-facing seats on the car. Here on the bench seat, you can see that the dearth of space, especially for somebody of my height, there's hardly any leg room here. So somebody with a shorter height or kids will feel more comfortable here, especially during long journeys. If 3 people are not sitting here, then you have the option of a center armrest here that you can use. You can open this glass slightly to get some fresh air. And you also have your own light on the roof of the third row of the Scorpio Classic. So quickly let's get to the other car and let me show you the side-facing seats on the Scorpio Classic, because this is a feature that you will not see on the Scorpio N. So here it is, side-facing seats. You get two options here. These are single-seater versions, so on either side you get single seats, or you can also choose between two seats on both sides. So in all, 9 passengers can sit in the Scorpio Classic, but that option is only available on the base S version of this car. An important thing is that you don't get seat belts here on the third row, which I think is a big compromise on safety when it comes to the third row of the Scorpio Classic. The Scorpio Classic gets the Gen 2 M-Hawk 2.2 litre diesel engine from Mahindra. The company says that it is lighter by 55 kgs than earlier, and the fuel efficiency has gone up by around 14% on this new car. You get a maximum power of 128 bhp and a peak torque figure of 300 Newton meters, which you get between 1600 and 2800 rpm. The good thing is that according to Mahindra, you get around 80% of that peak torque from 1000 rpm. So you get almost a flat torque curve, which means on long drives out on the highways, you will enjoy this car even more than earlier. You get a 6-speed manual gearbox here on this car with this diesel engine. That's your only option here, in fact. So no petrol on the Classic, no automatic or 4x4 as well on the Scorpio Classic. Mahindra is also saying that they've worked on the NVH levels of the SUV, as well as they've tried to give you a good ride quality. More on that when we get to drive the Scorpio Classic out on the roads.